ChatGPT 5 is here, and if you want to know how you can use it to be able to build websites and landing pages such as this one, which is incredibly sleek, or maybe you just want to play a game of Tetris and relive some of the older days that you've got, or maybe you want to give yourself PTSD and remember how addicted you were to Flappy Bird during this period of time. This video has been delayed by at least 20 minutes because of me trying to play this game. What a game it was. I was devastated when the guy removed it. Long story short, ChatGPT 5 is here. Let's get stuck into it and I'll showcase some of these builds with you and how easy it actually is. Let's roll into a new chat, a completely new chat. And we will get rid of... Now we're going to run through some key points inside of here. I'm going to give you some specifics and data that are based around the individual performance of ChatGPT 5, but I'm going to keep this brief because we want to see the fun stuff. All of this stuff is available on the OpenAI release documentation. So it was released on the 7th of August. It's now available to every ChatGPT user across both free and paid plans, which is interesting because you have the ability to test it even if you don't pay. It's the newest and most advanced AI model, obviously it's going to be, otherwise you wouldn't have released it. One of the key things that is of note, which you should actually really pay attention to, is the fact that the ChatGPT 5 series that you can see on the screen here is actually cheaper. So the ChatGPT 5 Mini is 0.25 cents import and $2 output, whereas the 4.1 mini had $2 import and $8 per output. You're getting a lot more bang for your buck. So if it's as strong as what they say that it is, then you're in a very, very, very good position cost-wise to be able to do some more complex things. It's undergone extensive testing across multiple domains to measure intelligence, and below I'll give you some examples of that. So in terms of why this stands out, this is software engineering. It has a 74.9% score on the SWE Bench verified coding benchmark. So GPT-5 can successfully handle nearly 3 out of every 4 real-world coding challenges sourced from GitHub. That makes it the most precise AI agent to date for tackling programming tasks of that nature. If you then double it up with the fact that multi-language code editing, it has beat the previous favorite model of OpenAI 003 by 8.4%, meaning that you can solve almost 9 out of every 10 multi-language code editing issue. It is frankly phenomenal. That's a big jump. That 8.4% is a massive jump. And it allows you to, it sets a new performance record and barrier, and it's the new, it's literally is the new bar that's been set. The proof will be in the pudding as people use it and it gets used more. Early signs are positive for it though. There's a lot of doom and gloom around the depreciation of other models, but I think AI is an evolving set. Now let's get to what I love, right? So it stands out because it can produce things at scale, just like this. Jumping ball runner, typing speed race. We're going to do some of these in a moment. Keep it basic, but look at what you can produce from simple, basic prompts. It's exceptional in that regard, and I've been playing with it all morning. I've been playing with it all morning, but yesterday when it was launched, it was actually something that I was really deep involved with, but more with the boring stuff. Some final boring stuff before we get to the real information. So, instruction for following freeform writing, there's not much difference between OpenAI and O3 because the O3 was already extremely powerful, but 1% is 1%. Multi-turn instruction following has seen a 10% increase. That is significant because, multi-turn instruction following is something that you can often get lost on itself, and it can lose the chain of thought. It can give you a very frustrating experience. So that 10% will hopefully give us a significant impact. And with the API instructions following internal OpenAI eval, there's been another significant increase. So it demonstrates that it outperforms previous AI models by accurately following a wider range of instructions and condensing them and giving you the right answer. Simply put, ChatGPT 5 understands and executes your requests with greater precision. Simple as that. Now, when we get to the following ones, there's the function calling one here, which is significantly better than earlier nodes. And there's also finally some longer context and factuality in terms of fact score and long fact, and its ability to be able to outperform. And yeah, I think that I don't really want to show you the boring stuff, right? So I've showed you. You can go and read about that. That is the important metrics, to be honest with you. That is what it really does matter. But when it comes down to playing with it and understanding it, I want to show you a few things. So I've just asked it to build me a 30-second speed writing game. It's produced this code for speed. I didn't make you watch it. There is a Bomberman one here. Let's go and create a new chat for that, because let's do what did I do earlier? The game that I mentioned was Flappy Bird. So I think personally that we should stick with the Flappy Bird, the Flappy Bird approach. Let me grab the prompt for that I made. It was very, very, very simple, but I just wanted to make sure that I got it right. It's literally build me a Flappy Bird game where you fly through blocks that have gaps in them. That's literally it. So whilst that's running, we're going to run the test game. So all I give it was literally, can you build me a 30-second speed test writing game? And it produced this code, which is quite rigorous. And its coding ability, as I've just shown you, is meant to be significantly improved. So when we run this, we should find quite a seamless process. You click edit the code, you hit the run code top right. And once done, this happens. So to start, we have to start typing. So marble, drift, ocean, marble, river, ocean, summit, hollow, laser, brisk, anchor, grain, velvet, Kindle, cedar, window, brisk, butter, galaxy, hollow, summit, tunnel. Yeah, I'm out of time. Accuracy 99%, words per minute 60. I'm happy with that. If I can type that based off of random numbers, just gutted about the mistake. You've just built a game off of a prompt that was literally 10 words long, that you can play with. So you can imagine what you could develop if you actually spent time in this and going through it. Now, let's have a look at the Flappy Bird game. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's edit this and let's run the code. And let's hope that you work for me. Okay. That is, I don't know if that's a bird. It looks a bit like a seagull's face, but here we go. If I make it past level 50, you have to buy me a beer. That's the way we go. I was going to say the one before it was very close. I was never any good, but I was devastated when it left because I was literally addicted to that game. So you can build a Flappy Bird game literally inside of ChatGPT 5. Now, the final thing that I want to show you, which is going to be hit and miss, is a landing page production. Because what you want to do is you want to actually give it the best prompts possible. But my aim here is to try and to show you what you can create with very basic prompts. Prompt engineering is not the source of this video. It's to give you an introduction into GPT-5. Now, I could go and create custom prompts that would build landing pages. That is not new. But apparently, ChatGPT-5 is now extremely efficient at being able to produce it off of very, very simple prompts. And I'm going to try it with a voice note. So let's see what happens. I haven't done this previously. Hi, can you produce me a one-page landing page that has a dark theme? Think coal-coloured themes because it's for a coffee shop that's on Ecclesall Road in Sheffield. I want there to be a menu, but a menu that is very, very modern. The vibe of the whole landing page should be warm, you think cozy, winter fires, and it should be approachable in nature. All of the images that you use, you should be able to source yourself and implement into the landing page properly and directly with no issues or further requirements from my perspective. And when it comes down to the above the fold section, please have a hero section that has 3 mugs of coffee that has a bird's eye view of those 3 mugs that make the coffee look beautiful, with the title across the page that says Sheffield ready to coffee ? So dictating on its own is a tough task. So I've given it. So how can you produce me a one line? I'm just going to hit go. Don't know if that got it right or not. But let's see what it produces. Is this going to be perfect? Probably not. I showed you an example of a landing page that it produced based off of a couple of small prompts that I'd made. Not long prompts at all. Literally typing significantly less than this. What I've given it here. But we're going to see. I think I did have an issue with interjecting AI generated images inside of it. So we might find that's a problem. But the point is what you're going to be able to build here: coal, slightly lifted coal, off-white, cool grey, warm brass and gold. So it's followed the instruction there. The font family, Apple system, Sego UI, Roboto, Arial, some basics in there, but we'll see. It's trying to fit everything in. It's working hard, which is a good thing for us. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to go inside of here, okay? I'm going to clear my logs because I was just messing about with it a moment ago. And I'm going to add an on-chat message. I'm going to add an AI agent. And I'm going to use OpenAI. And I'm going to use... okay. We'll use the mini. I mean, we'll use ChatGPT 4 and then we'll use ChatGPT 5 so it's a direct comparison. I'm going to add a system prompt, even though it doesn't probably need one. Use the OpenAI model to research the query. Come out, save. So we're currently using that. Now I'm just going to ask it a very basic question. Can you explain scientifically, I say a brief question then put scientifically inside of it. Can you explain scientifically why cats can fall from great heights and land on their feet in under 150 words? I'm going to copy that. So this is the ChatGPT 4 model, which is more expensive, as we know. Let's have a look at the landing page design. What have you got for me? Are you still cooking? No, you are done. So now, if we go into this and run the code, it should bring us. It should bring us this page. Now, it has a menu. It's failed on an image again. Content is blocked. Contact the site owner. I'm not sure exactly why that is. It's pulled different numbers. It's given us a landing page that is smooth but can book a table. It's probably not as good as the one that I showed you initially, but frankly, I've left a 1 minute and 20 second dictation for it to build this landing page. So I'm not upset with that at all. There's many things that can be improved. This is not a good landing page. You won't push this live for your business. I hope you get into what I'm actually trying to explain and showcase to you the power of ChatGPT 5. So, cats possess a unique attribute known as the writing reflex, which they require. I mean, I wish I'd have had that a few times after a few too many beers. But they acquire around 3 weeks of age. This reflex enables them to orient themselves in midair, so they land on their feet. Da, 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 da. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change this, and we're going to change it to ChatGPT 5, and we're going to see what we're going to see what the response is, asking it exactly the same question. Did I save that? I don't think I needed to anyway. Cat's writing reflex lets them orient midair without external torque. Using the inner ear vestibular system to sense up and down, they rapidly bend the spine, tucking the front half, extending the rear, then reversing. Sounds like a Missy Elliott song. Rotating the two arms in opposite directions so total angular momentum stays near zero. A tail can help but isn't required. They're flexible, spine and floating. You can see quite a clear difference between those two answers, and I would strongly suggest that the ChatGPT 5 model there dominated from a perspective of what we actually wanted it to go out there and do. So I wanted to give you a brief overview of ChatGPT. You need to go and play with this. Its ability is absolutely fantastic. I may produce another long form that goes into real detail. I wanted to get this out to you to showcase to you, one, that it was live, two, how you can give it a few tests. I've just proven that its actual output was significantly better. When we asked it to scientifically produce something, it gave me a more scientific answer that was no doubt, bang on the money. It was talking about velocity. The 4 model didn't do that. I understand there's a lot of issues with people about the depreciation of the existing models, but there's nothing that I can do about that. ChatGPT 5 is here. Let's go. Hit the subscribe button and like button. And there's certainly more to come, and I'm interested to see what happens with this moving forward.